Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I wanted to talk about something very important. And it might be a bit odd and unexpected when you read the title. How the next narcissist you encounter can shape your brain for the better. You see, normally narcissists can create a huge amount of damage in one's life. That includes their victim's mental, emotional and physical health. However, I believe something very important happens when we recover or we heal from narcissistic abuse. We have what appears to be a test narcissist that somehow makes their way into our life path. And it becomes up to us to use what we learn to sidestep this person, or fall into our old patterns of people-pleasing, second-guessing ourselves, blaming ourselves, and feeling horrible all the while we let this new person into our lives there to mistreat us time and time again. And if this were to happen, it would be a pretty good sign. Our brain is still working in the same way that it has most of our lives. You see, the term brainwashing is very important to understand. Brainwashing basically means providing certain stimuli in order to get you to act or react in a certain way. And based on these reactions or actions, this brainwashing can get a certain person to do almost anything they want. I've talked about the narcissist parent or parents that prime their child for criminal activities, simply by neglecting him or her, and putting them in the wrong situations at the wrong times. They don't even have to be criminals themselves. However, they can induce this behavior into their child. And when they are put in the wrong situation, their training and brainwashing can kick in. And they can do the most horrible act, simply because that's what their brain is telling them to do, seemingly without thought, as if it's a normal reflex. Well, I believe the same to be true with how we deal with people. And some of those people might be disordered to some degree or another. Or they might be flat-out narcissists. And if we grew up in a home with a narcissist mother or father, we likely grew up in a home where we were meant to feel less than, and primed to chase after and try to help our narcissists' parents not be narcissists and beg for their love. And when we were given the same stimuli as adults, we behaved in the same way as it was a reflex built into us. However, we learn about narcissism and we start the work to heal ourselves. But part of that healing journey should be rewiring our brain to deal with people that might not be the best for us, even if they lied and convinced us they were. And that comes when they show us something that lets us know they are unhealthy to one degree or another. It could be they have been just a wonderful friend, but on month 6 they stun you with insults or making you look bad in front of others for no good reason. Or maybe you made a new work friend, and they always want to talk with you during lunch break for like 6 months, and then out of nowhere, they won't even look at you when you pass them by in the hallway. Your gut instinct based on how you were trained throughout your life would be to run after this person and try to figure out what is wrong. Or in the other example, to talk to them and try to figure out why are they all of a suddenly mistreating you. However, our journey to self-betterment tells us asking someone such things is fruitless, as they know what they are doing. And this is where this tester narcissist comes into play. A tester narcissist, I believe, comes into many of our lives after we are a bit more solid in a journey to self-betterment. And I believe they show up in our lives for us to do the right things and to build a new set of wiring in our brain of us doing the right thing. Because it can still be devastating when we are treated like this. But if we can step back and think about it, nope, I didn't say or do anything that warrants them treating me this way. And then you realize There is something wrong with this person. No matter it be they are a narcissist or someone with another type of problem. And you now know it's not your job to run after this person and to find out what their issue is. And when you do this once, it gets easier to do it a second time and a third time. And before you know it, it has become a part of you. You see, the narcissist knows. If they can get you to do something more than once, they can program this into you as being a reflex. I've talked about before as these sometimes odd behaviors in ourselves that might drive others away from us. Though we appear super normal and without issues, we might be given a certain stimuli by a so-called friend. Really a narcissist in disguise. And our reactions might drive away someone that is just looking on. That doesn't know what's going on. And that's the goal of the narcissist. To make it so we have no one in life to help us, to support us and to love us. If there was someone that thought well of you, it's a good chance your so-called narcissist parent, so-called friend, and the list goes on and on, knew this fact about them. And the narcissist, realizing what things could get you to behave in a way that might make you look a bit strange, even though you're not. So they would do certain things and get the response they know you were trained a lifetime to give. And I think and believe these narcissists that show up in our lives after we've figured things out and after we've gotten on the correct road to healing, is to finally once and for all seal up those wounds, and rewire our brains into something else. Something stronger. Something better. And something that will no longer react and chase and run after and try to fix someone that is disordered and doesn't mean us any good. Because once you are successful with the first instance of this, I believe it starts to rewire us for the next time and the next time. So much so, the next times become so far apart, and we are around decent people. Or yes, at times by ourselves, where we can see the stuff a mile away before it happens. So if that new friend comes into your life, and they are just so awesome to hang out with, and things are going great, then out of nowhere they say something passive-aggressive, which is way out of their character. Or they walk past you like they don't even see you. Please know. They know what they are doing. And though this type of action is hurtful and mean, take it as a learning tool if you can and a way to rewrite your brain for success. Be thankful for the lesson as long as the lesson doesn't cause you any direct harm. And use this as a training ground to do the right things for yourself and your life. Which is not letting this person's childish and mean behaviors derail your life. And your life's mission. You have work to do. There are things God needs for you to do. And you don't have time to entertain one of Satan's helpers. God may want you to grow or learn a certain thing. Or to love or be loved by someone genuine and real. But if you entertain this demon, and lose sleep over why this new friend showed up during your healing journey is now acting a lot less than a friend, let's just say, well, we know what Satan does. He is always trying to throw us off of our course. Think about someone that is an alcoholic or a substance abuser. What happens when they are a year or 2 years clean? Or maybe even 3 or 4 years clean? They might end up meeting a new friend, where they think all is well. And before you know it, this new friend, after they have their hooks into them, will tempt them to relapse. They will pull out a bottle and say, "Come on. I'm sad and need someone to drink with." I believe this is Satan trying to ruin and destroy you. But I also believe at the same time, this is God trying to make you better and stronger. Because such a person does the right thing in this situation. A situation where they really weren't ready for. I mean, they went through the healing process. Or the training, let's just say. But Satan asked God, more than likely, are you truly ready for combat? And if we know anything about the story of Job, Satan loves to pick at us and test us, with the hopes he can show up in God's throne room laughing and snickering at your mistakes and falling down. Because each time we fall down and do the wrong thing, It becomes downward momentum where we revert back to that mindset of failure. A mindset that was programmed into us by our narcissist mother or narcissist father. And heck, they didn't even have to call you a failure. They would act like the concerned parent. But just put you in one situation after the next where failure was almost for sure going to happen to you and your life. Well, when that narcissist shows up and tempts you to debate, tempts you to run or chase behind them, asking them why are they so mean to you? Why were they talking to you yesterday and today they walk right past you like you are a stranger? When the narcissist shows up doing all of this, you rewrite the future Satan has for you into the future God has for you. So next time something like this happens, smile inside and know that God loves you. He loves you so much he wants you to rewire your brain that will allow you to have more good than bad. To have love instead of people that are using you and draining you of who you are. And so you might be fruitful and happy in life. Oh, and to answer the question just asked by a subscriber. Why am I left out of the algorithms? Well, I used to be in them. But something happened a few years back. And here we are. But what you can do is push the views up by sharing. And if we get more organic eyeballs on this material, it might do something to jog the algorithm back into my favor. I do appreciate you all. Those that have been supporting this channel and my work for many years. And those that are new to this channel and are still supporting just the same. Narcissistic abuse is real. And it's on this earth. And it's deeper than just a terrible person to deal with. It's a spirit of manipulation and tricking others out of their life as a sense of satisfaction of the narcissist. And the more people not only know about this, but that know how to deal with it, the weaker that spirit will become. So please share if you can. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.